Hey, I'm Ryan Cruz, and this is Get Your Mind Right. What I want to talk about today is the belief systems that many of us have around romantic relationships. So I really sat back and I really was thinking about my own personal belief systems and then the other belief systems that I have heard from friends, whether it was male or female. So let's get straight to it. So, one belief system that people tend to have around romantic relationships, and this belief system goes for men and women, that men just cheat. Men are just cheaters. So I know someone personally that when he's single, but when he get in a relationship, he cheats. Kind of crazy, right? Also, with the idea of men cheat, there is the idea or the belief system that if you don't have time for your spouse, then your spouse is going to cheat on you. Now, what I mean by you don't have time for them, meaning if you have a career, if you have hobbies, if you have anything going on outside of your spouse, that means you are most likely going to be cheated on. Another another belief system that people have regarding romantic relationships is that once you enter a serious romantic relationship, life for you stops. All your time and energy must now go into this romantic relationship. That was my thought process. Another belief that many of us have around romantic relationship is that women are supposed to do all the house type of duties, cooking, cleaning, as well as having intercourse when the man says he's want to. And then another belief system around romantic relationships, and this could be probably more so for women, is that you can't tell your man no. You can't tell him no. You have to always say yes. So these belief systems is something that I've actually heard with my own ears come out of people's mouth, and as well as have been my own belief systems as well. I did a video about why I'm single, and it talks about very deeply of my belief system of romantic relationships. So I'll start off with the first one, that once you enter a serious romantic relationship, you don't have no more time for you. It's all about the relationship. I myself had that type of mind frame. So for me, a lot of my romantic relationships, I'll be honest, I lied a lot in them. I lied about what I was doing when I was out, even though I wasn't doing nothing bad. I just had this mind frame of, if I'm not out shopping, buying something to enhance the romantic relationship, then I'm not supposed to do it. And with me having that belief, I also attracted men who had that same type of belief too, that now you're with me, nothing else should matter, right? And that's just not healthy. It's not plausible. It's exhausting. It's exhausting for the woman, and for the man it's exhausting too, because he is constantly having someone underneath him. Now, if he is the personality type that like that type of attention, then he's happy-go-lucky. If you're the type of personality type that don't really have much going on in your own life, then you may like being like that. For myself, I have a lot of stuff going on that I like to do. So getting in a relationship and having to stop some of the things that I really enjoy doing is frustrating to me. So I will lie about it. The next belief system that I was talking about is that all men cheat. Now, I never had that belief system, but I've been around women who do have it. And it's really sad. It really, really is sad of just how much they're prepped their mind, they prep their body to be cheated on. Like literally automatically prep and see that he's going to cheat. No matter what he is, he's going to cheat. That is something I've never thought, because I know that men can have self-control, especially when it comes to their body. I know that's possible, but a lot of women don't know that's possible. I had a friend recently who was talking to me about it, and when she said it to me, I was like, whoa, you really believe that? And she said yes. And as we was talking, she started really realizing like, oh, I really do have this belief system. The next belief system is similar a little bit to what I said earlier about all your time has to be invested into it. Similar to the comment that I just said now about all men cheat, but it's a blend of both. If you don't give him your undivided time and attention, he is going to cheat on you, or he's going to leave you. Now, I had another friend who I was recently speaking with, and she mentioned this about being in school, wanting to do her own hobbies and getting busy with her own personal life. And she said, well, Ryan, what man would take me serious while I'm busy with all this stuff? And if they do take me serious, he is going to cheat on me because I don't have the time for him. And I asked her, I said, do you really believe this? And she said, yes. And I said, now what happens when you start your career? Because I don't think she thought about it that far. She was just thinking of, well, I'm in school, so it's going to be hard for a guy to be faithful to me because I'm busy with schoolwork. Well, when you're done with school and you graduate, you think school is hard. Your job is going to really take up your time because they're paying you. So when I said that to her and she thought about it, it was like a moment of, what the hell am I thinking about? And I myself know men who have said that to me. And when I turn around, I ask them, now, if you think that you are actually busy with work and stuff like that, and if society deem that women are emotional creatures, that we need emotional stimulation, you're gone. You're being technical. You're being logical. You don't think she's going to cheat on you? And when I said it to the men, they're like, oh, you are right. I mean, I've watched so many there's a documentary called What About the Males? And that even talks about how a lot of women divorced their husband when they didn't have no money. Divorced their husband when they got too busy because they didn't get attention. So that mind frame goes both ways. You know, it goes really for men and women. We're both thinking that about each other. I never had that belief system, but it makes a lot of sense for people to believe that being too busy, having too much of your own life can make someone cheat on you. Now, that is out of 100%, I want to say that's slightly, I can't even give a percentage right now, but it's slightly true if the person haven't sat down and said to you, hey, I need X, Y, and Z time. Because a lot of us don't speak up, and then we speak up when stuff has already went bad. And it's like, you know, this could have been prevented if you would have told me earlier. But what I'm realizing is that a lot of human beings do not have a good belief system of romantic relationship. A lot of us don't. A lot of us just really do genuinely believe that once we enter this serious romantic relationship, we're handcuffed. It's a wrap. You can't live life no more. And I know for myself, living life isn't hanging out on the street, drinking and sleeping with a bunch of men. It's really sincerely not. It's just doing what I want to do. Right? Now, if I am in a serious relationship, I have no problem discussing what I want to do with my spouse. But what I want to do is not going to so much be determined on my spouse. And that was the mindset I myself had. I can't do this because I'm going to have to ask him. I'm going to have to make sure he's all right with this. You know, like I said, people having a belief that, oh, don't even matter whatever I do, he's going to cheat regardless. You know, for men and women, if I'm too busy with work, school, then that person's going to cheat on me, or they're going to eventually leave me. And so when we have these type of belief systems that we believe that romantic, serious relationships are basically like a jail sentence, this is why a lot of us are avoiding serious romantic relationships. I was talking to my friend, the same friend who told me, you know, she had the belief system that, you know, her doing what she got to do for herself, her having her own hobbies, her going back to school, men are not going to stick around. They're going to leave because they're going to feel she's too busy. And the more we was talking about stuff, I was like, you know, my belief system with relationships was like, everything stops. Everything I had going for myself stopped. Now I got to devote all this time and attention to the relationship. And I said, you know, I noticed that when I meet men I literally, this is what comes out my mouth. Not to them, but like if I'm getting dressed for the date or something like that, this is what really comes out my mouth. I just want to have fun, and I really want this to be a very fun relationship, and I really want us to have very, 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 very good intercourse. I get that all the time. Fun, 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 more fun, and amazing intercourse. And so my friend, she was saying it to me too as well. She said, oh, that's funny because that's what I just said on my most recent date, that I just want to have fun. And I had fun. And I said, you know, it's funny that we're both saying that we just want to have fun and we keep doing that, but then we're complaining about, dang, I think I want something to be committed. And we both was like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing. We're manifesting this. We're sitting up there telling God, the universe, whoever, I want to have fun. And so God is like, okay, here's your fun, sweetie. You're not telling me you want to be in a serious, happy, healthy, monogamous relationship. And as me and her was talking about it, I said, oh, we're saying that because our belief system is X, Y, and Z. And her belief system was, like I said earlier, she's busy with school, so people don't have the time for her. They're not going to want to stick around. My belief system serious romantic relationships are boring. So I wasn't trying to enter them. She didn't want to enter them because her schooling, and she already knew, or her belief system was already showing her or telling her that the guy is going to leave. My system was, if I enter it, oh, relationship's going to get boring. You no longer have a life of your own. So subconsciously, we're steady requesting fun because another subconsciously, we're thinking that everything is bad. So as you're watching this, think to yourself, what do you think of romantic relationships? Do you think that as a woman, you got to give your all to the relationship and you don't have no more time for you? And now you're realizing that every time you do go on a date, every time you get ready for a date, you're mentally saying to yourself, man, I just want to have fun. Man, I just want to have fun. Man, I just want to have fun. So that's what you're going to keep getting. You got to realize, is your belief system what's pushing you forward to keep having these type of relationships that you don't want? Because the biggest thing of life, if you want to make some type of change, is you almost figuring out what's your belief system regarding that change, regarding that thing that you're trying to make effort to. So say, for instance, my belief system is, oh, it's hard to be an entrepreneur, right? So as I'm working on entrepreneurship, guess what? It's going to be hard. Everything that comes in front of me is going to keep being hard, keep being hard, keep being hard, keep being hard. Why? Because that's already my belief system. With my belief system changing around romantic relationships, my belief system now is that you can have fun with your spouse. Your spouse can come outside with you and your girlfriends and have a good time. You can go outside with your spouse and his friends and have a good time. Your spouse friends and your friends, y'all can all meet up and have a good time. You don't have to separate it. My belief system now towards relationships, oh, I don't have to cook and clean. I make enough money to hire a maid. We both make enough money to order out. Hey, if I want to cook, I can cook and ask him, could he do the dishes so I don't feel stressed out. My belief system, I don't want to step on no man's toes, so let me not say this comment. No, you're not stepping on his toes. You're guiding him. You're making sure he doesn't fail. You're trying to make sure he doesn't fail. He doesn't mess up this thing, because guess who's going to have to deal with his failures later on? You. So you speak up now. So if he does fail, it's like, hey, babe, I did say something a couple weeks ago about doing that. Here, let me give you a hug. Sorry that happened. Gotta go, because I said what I said earlier. You didn't want to listen. That's you. Besides watching them fail and then looking, being like, oh, I have to do this. But I was thinking it a couple weeks ago to say it to him, but I didn't say it to him. I probably should have said, like, you know what I mean? Those beliefs of thinking as a woman, you don't open your mouth and speak up. Those beliefs of you as a man thinking that you have to provide every freaking thing, everything. And I'm not just talking about finances. I'm talking about emotionally, happiness. It's a lot. Having that belief system, it'll make you never want to be in a serious relationship because you're like, God damn, am I have to take care of a whole nother human being? But if you think about it for a man, you say, well, she's bringing this to me. She's taking some of this emotional stimulation that I may need. She's giving it to me. She's taking some of the emotional stress that I have. She's showing me how to relieve it. So if we all change our beliefs about relationships and be honest with ourselves and say, why am I getting these results like this? Oh, it's how I believe. If I believe that a man doesn't have the time for me because I'm grown and I'm back in school, then I'm going to eventually keep getting that from men. But if I say to myself, I'm a grown adult, I decided I wanted more out of life, I wanted a better career, I decided to go back to school, any man will be happy and proud that I took the courage to go back to school and didn't just say, forget it, I'll just keep this job until I retire. Any man will be proud of that. Any man will be asking me, baby, you want to come over and do some homework over here? Can I help you? Can I do something? I want to help you because I'm trying to have some fun tonight and we need to get your homework done. Change that belief system of thinking people want to support you. Your man wants to support you. Your woman want to support you. She want to see you win. You know, like a man can have the belief system, oh, I can't tell her any of my ideas because, you know, most women are going to say, oh, that's stupid. No, you don't think that way. You think, you know what? I know it's hard for us men to tell women some of our wonky ideas because they're very caring. They're very predicting on things and they want to make sure that what I'm going to do is going to be a safe bet for me and her. That's what you start changing your beliefs. So sit back today and really think of yourself and really try to picture all your past relationships and see what the common denominator is. See why you may be wanting a serious romantic relationship, but you're realizing you're doing like what me and my friend did. I just want to have fun. And so that's what you're getting. Are you afraid of the romantic relationship? So your belief system is actually protecting you? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the change that you may have to make in order for you to get the type of romantic relationship you desire? You know, think about all these things. Think about them. And the more you think about it, the more your brain is going to come up with that answer for you. Just like I had to sit back and think about it and it started hitting me. Oh my God, my belief system is romantic, serious relationships are boring. I'm not going to have no time for me if I get one. So really, really, really think about this question. Really try to figure out what your belief system is and make the effort to start changing it. I don't give a damn what's in front of you that's saying, nope, men really do cheat. I don't care what's in front of you. You change that shit. Don't walk around thinking that all men cheat because all men don't. You don't want to that's like giving up on life, really thinking that. You know how paranoid you got to be to really think that all the time? Don't do that to yourself. I want you to have more life. Don't do that. God don't want you thinking that. You thinking that, that's feeding society. That's creating a manifestation for these men to be that way. Don't do that. Start making the effort. Start putting in the time to change those belief systems. And you know I'm the queen of telling you, the first way you could start is by doing affirmations. Writing that down. You don't write men don't cheat. You write, the man that is for me will be honest, loyal, and faithful and monogamous towards me. That's what you write. I don't write, oh, romantic relationships are boring. No, I write, romantic, serious relationships are one of the most amazing experiences that one can have. They're fun, they're stimulating, and most of all, they are mature. They're steady, they're dependable, and they're consistent. And that's what I need in life, right? So you gotta make the effort to change your belief. Figure out what that belief is that's holding you back from having that healthy, monogamous, faithful, romantic relationship. Once you figure out that belief, start making an effort to change it. How you make the effort to change it? Writing down the complete opposite of that belief every day till you drill it in your head. Create a small catchphrase so when that belief pop up, you squash that belief with that quick catchphrase. If it's men can't deal with a woman going back to school and get her education, that catchphrase will be, the man that is for me is going to help me with my education. He's going to respect me going back to school, getting my education. So whatever it is, you do the flip of it as your affirmation. And make that effort to change, just like I'm making the effort to change that belief.